Hey guys, Andy here from Mediocre Hobbies, bringing you the final Legion in the Legion playlist. This is the 18th video we've done showing you guys how to paint the different color schemes of all the Legions for the Horus Heresy. We are finishing it off with the Iron Warriors, a slightly over requested video. I mean, there's been one or two comments, like this one. And this one. And all of these. So yeah, with it being such a hotly requested Legion, I decided to leave it till dead last. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm a proud Imperial Fist player. Nothing whatsoever. Enjoy the video, guys. Okay guys, it's time to get stuck into the last Legion video. Legion video number 18. And we left the Iron Warriors for last. No particular reason for that. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm a proud Imperial Fist player, but think of that what you will. So we started with Chaos Black, and then we gave it a coat of Lead Belcher spray. To make sure that the contrast would adhere nicely to the metallic spray, though, we did in fact go over with a brushed on coat of Lead Belcher as well, just to give the surface a little bit of a rougher texture. We then moved over to Black Templar Contrast, and this is what we're going to apply to the shoulder pads and the casing of the bolt gun. Very quick and easy step. Obviously the Iron Warriors are in mostly metallic base, so you don't want to get any of this black contrast anywhere it's not supposed to be. At this stage you can see me being really careful around the trim of the shoulder pads. Originally I was going to do the shoulder pads in silver trim. A lot of the Iron Warriors do have silver trim. But then a great deal of them also have gold or bronze trim. I just think the all silver would be a little bit dull, so I ended up changing my mind halfway through and adding a touch of gold to it, which I think worked a treat. So we're going to jump over to the Retributor Armor Gold and add that trim to the shoulder pad. If you actually look at what I'm doing here, the Mark III Iron Armor has kind of like two different sets of trim on the shoulder pad. It's got this big top sweep, and then it kind of goes down and around. Originally I was only going to do the top part. I was going to try and keep more metallics to it. But in the end, I folded and just painted the entire trim of the shoulder pads in gold. And I don't regret it one bit. At the end, the model looks fantastic. And I definitely think that that gold helps make it a pop and not just be that really dull iron color. But that, of course, is up to you. Whatever you want to do, whatever grand siege company you want to do for your Iron Warriors, you may want to go for all silver. It's totally up to you guys. With those few bits and pieces on, it's actually time already to wash the model down. So once again, in my research, a lot of people would now jump to, say, Null Noel and wash these miniatures black. But in looking at artwork and some of the official models painted by, say, Warhammer community and stuff like that, you notice that they're kind of a dirty brown silver color. So I went for an Agrax Earthshade, and as soon as I began to apply this, it was absolutely perfect for what I imagine Iron Warriors are in my head. So we're going to wait for this to dry and get the miniature all based up. Okay guys, while that shade is drying, I just want to thank you guys for the continued support for me and the channel here. If you're enjoying this video, make sure that you hit the like button. If you want to get notified for all future drop videos that I do release, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. Any questions about anything that I did here or in any previous video, please drop it in the comments below and I'll get back to each and every one of you guys. And if you see real value in what I do, I want to help me make more, bigger and better videos moving forward. There are links to things like my Patreon below. Thank you guys so much, and let's get back to the video. And with the shade dry and the base on, the miniature looks fantastic already. So I'm going to go back to my trusty Lead Belcher. If you've watched this series, I think you'll know how much I love the color Lead Belcher and how much I use it in almost every scheme. And we're just going to give the armor another very quick, very light dry brush of Lead Belcher just to catch those edges again, bright up the very, very sharpest details. Don't worry too much about like being really super precise. It's not a precise thing you're trying to do here. Hit the silver and hit the gold shoulder pads just a touch, just add a little bit to it. Next, we're going to go into the Abaddon Black base paint, and we're just going to re-darken up those shoulder panels, because while the armor may be a dirty brown over silver, the shoulder pads are not. They're very much the jet black color, and we want to try and keep that aesthetic through the scheme. So re-black the shoulder pads and the bolt gun casing. I also argued with myself as to whether I was going to bother trying to do any form of yellow and black chevrons on this thing. I personally wouldn't have done it if I didn't think I would have gotten so much, I don't know, annoyed people in the comments giving out to me for not doing them. So I'm going to do a very, very, very simple chevron across one shoulder pad, just to give it that Iron Warriors feel before I apply transfers. So I'm going to use the Green Stuff World 2mm masking tape, and I'm going to do a single strip across one of the shoulder pads like this. I'm going to jump in with Averland Sunset and paint the top and the bottom above the masking tape. I did this in 2 thin coats. You don't want to go in with a blobby coat of Averland Sunset trying to get coverage over black. Don't worry about it. Just get one coat that, you know, is going to be streaky and it's going to show the black through. And then once you put the second coat on, it's going to be neat and tidy. And then pull off the 2mm masking tape, and you're left with something like this. I know it's not exactly world-renowned chevrons, but it does the trick. It gives you the idea of an Iron Warrior's shoulder trim. Once you tidy it up and add a transfer on top of it, it actually looks really fantastic, and I was glad that I had done it and that I'd showed you guys this step. Next, I'm going to go back to Lead Belcher to tidy up all the metallic parts that aren't the armor, so the bolt gun casings and any bits you painted solid silver before, not the armor. Unfortunately, I don't know what it was about this particular shot. I decided that you guys didn't need to see 50% of the miniature as I was trying to layer up these bits and pieces, and I apologize for that. I decided to leave it in even though it's not the best shot, because I just want to show you guys what I do to make some things like the bolt gun jump out a little bit. I'm going to throw some Blood Angels red contrast into the eye sockets just to give the appearance of the glowing red eye lenses. Just want to be careful with this. It will stain the silver all around, and you want to get as neat an eye lens as possible. And with that step complete, I would pretty much call this Iron Warrior a completed Legionnaire. Obviously, the more chevrons you add, the more gold you add depending on the rank. So this is a basic trooper, so this is the level he would get. If you were painting up something like a Terminator or anything like that, you would obviously add more in gold and more of the black and yellow chevrons. But other than that, it will be following exactly the same process. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the entire series. Just remember, this is the last one, so if you are watching this video, there is one for every single Legion on the channel now. Go and check out whichever ones suit you. I really appreciate you guys follow along with the entire series.
It's done. Yes, Mr. Frodo. It's over now.
I do have more Horus Heresy content coming your way in the form of Primarchs, and I will look forward to seeing you guys for those videos then.